Hello, this is Gene Thorpe, Little Red Rooster TV, and I'm here in Little Red Rooster Studios, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a place that I started working back in 1966. It was called the Vox Room Guitar Center. It was a music store owned by a fellow in Sacramento named Dick Rossi. Dick was a very interesting guy, former Marine, and a cab driver, a gambler, and probably did many different jobs. I don't know all the different jobs he did. He probably did construction at some point in his life. And somewhere along the way met a guy in Sacramento, California named Tony Shrillo, who had a music store and sold pianos. And Dick probably hung around with Tony because they were both Italian. Dick Rossi, Tony Shrillo, another fellow named Joe Rossi. They know one another. And Dick went into the piano selling business and became a top salesperson selling pianos. He only knew, well, he didn't even know a song. He knew the first part of the melody for Chattanooga Choo Choo. Da 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 da, and he would sing along with it as he played it. And he sold many pianos to parents, in organs, Gilbranson organs, Thomas organs, Hammond organs, lots of different types of organs and pianos, because in the late 50s and early 60s, that's what they did. Later, at the beginning of the kind of rock and roll cycle, the British invasion, by that time Dick had a place called the Academy Organ Piano Center and had the Thomas Organ franchise, which Thomas Organ became the American distributor for Vox amplifiers and guitars. And Dick had some other franchises, Epiphone, Crown guitars, custom amplifiers, various different things. He had Marshalls. He would buy Gibsons and Fenders on the secondary market from a fellow out of San Francisco called Leo's Music. And he'd buy those and probably pay 10% over wholesale, come up so that his music store would have Fenders and Gibsons and various different things like that. But he primarily sold the Voxes. And at that time, the Beatles were big, the Rolling Stones, and unfortunately, the American Vox amplifiers that were made by Thomas Organ out of Sepulveda, California, were nothing like the English ones. Dick did sell the English ones. The Vox Room Guitar Center sold the English Vox amps, of which I'm going to be showing pictures. I will be showing some pictures of the Vox Room Guitar Center when it was on El Camino. There it is on El Camino, and it moved up to El Camino and Bell Street, and here's the location there, and here's a picture of the inside of it. And there were probably a total of 10 or 12 different salespeople that sold instruments for Dick, and he taught every single one of them how to sell using techniques by Art Linkletter, and Zig Ziglar, things like that. We would read books. He would have us give product demonstrations, book reports, and speak in front of the other people. And finally, the 7 fellows that were in the Vox Room at the time that I was there most of the time would have been Larry Gosh, John Holloway, Ken Pence, Bob Lementia, myself, Tony Day, and then Dick's son, Dick Jr. And all of the fellows that were in that place. And then there were a couple of repairmen. There was a fellow named Sterling Bennell that was there for many years, and some really great guys came in and went. Pat Nance was one of them. John Myers, a number of different people came through there, and some of them were really great guys, and it was a lot of fun. Anyway, so at the end, Larry Gosh and I stayed in touch with Dick all the way till he was 86 years old, and he lived up in Reno, Nevada, and ultimately passed away. He and his wife both were up there. She got sick originally, and at the very end, I went over to Dick's house one time, and he gave me the Vox Room name and gave me the original amplifier, which is right here in this picture, that used to be in the doorway on the, well, in most of the locations all the way through. a Vox Phantom bass that had been in the music store forever. And I had them, well, I still have the Vox amplifier, as you can see, here in the studio. I'm going to take some pictures of it in the studio and put them up. And so I still will sell equipment and call it the virtual Vox Room. And Larry Gosh, of course, has Encore Music up in Auburn, and it's a great music store. Larry is a great seller. Larry and I, after the heyday of the Vox Room, I think it closed, and right around '87, I believe, was the year that it finally closed. It was in the Country Club Center at the end. And Larry and I and Tony Day went out over to Skip's Music for a good number of years. I think I stayed there on a part-time basis till '86. Got into the real estate business in '84 and stayed in the real estate business all the way through. So here we are in 2019. I'm making this a little video, and I hope to be putting up about 31 little things that I have for sale on the virtual Vox Room. I'm going to get some Vox Room t-shirts, some mugs, and just be able to stay in touch with some of the old Vox Room guys. So if any of you have any stories that you want to tell about the Vox Room, have any photographs of the music store at any time in the history, I would most certainly love to see it. And we'll probably have other incarnations of Words of Wisdom by Dick, by Larry, some of the other guys that were in the music store. And until then, this is Gene Thorpe, Little Red Rooster TV, and on behalf of the Vox Room, Virtual Vox Room Guitar Center, signing out. Thank you.